is somebody who is trying to control your mind. It's somebody who is trying to control the person that you are, trying to create the mass of personalities because it's money in that. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm so grateful for you to be here as always. I'm so glad that you came here to spend this time with me. I really wanted to talk about 3 steps that I feel like you can do and kind of turn it into like a little challenge. 3 steps to finding or learning who you really are. If you're wondering why this is important, is because what I have learned is that learning and knowing who you actually are is one of the most important things that you could ever do in your life. It's one of the things that dictates your level of success, your level of happiness, the quality of the relationships that you have, whether that be intimate and non-intimate relationships. So these are some of the things that I've did, and so I'm sharing this with you. Watch all the way to the end because the last one has to be the most important step that I'm saving until the end. So I have some notes so I don't kind of get off track, and I'm going to start with number 1. My first suggestion is to fast from TV and non-productive social media. Non-productive social media, by that I mean social media that doesn't really serve you, social media that doesn't give you information to help you go about life in a productive way. Just things that just like for entertainment, that make you laugh, that have drama, all of this stuff. Fast from that. And the reason why I say that is because, one, with social media, right? People are not always honest. And this is like a well-known fact nowadays, but not everybody may know it. But there's people who have a certain level of success. They portray themselves in a certain way, and they might not share every single thing they had to do to get to where they are. What I do know is that some people, they don't tell you the whole story. They don't tell you the whole story of how they become successful. And not only that, they don't tell you the whole story about how things are going. Not only that, some of these people who seem to be living this life of everybody's dreams, they're really not living that good of a life. They're really not living the life that they want you to believe that they're living. On camera, they're always smiling. On camera, they're always flashing money. On camera, they're always in their new car. But then behind the scenes, they could be actually self-medicating just to get through each day and survive each day without literally breaking down. This is very important because you need to understand that people actually emulate some of these people because they're like, oh, you become this person. Like, there's some people, and you're seeing it especially with the youth, that you become this person and you dressing like this person. You got the hairstyle like this person because you want what they have, when really they don't even want what they have. They might want the money, but they don't want everything that comes with it. And that's what people are not talking about. How many people that they put in the forefront of us is talking about being a better person? How many people are talking about that when that's one of the most important things that you can do? That's the reason why I want you to fast from those things. Number 2, I tell you, don't listen to any music that has profanity, cursing, or vulgar language. Now, I say this because it might be easier to understand than me just telling you, like, hey, don't listen to negative music. So you may not necessarily know, like, okay, so what's negative music? That's why I'm telling you, don't listen to music that has profanity. Now, don't listen to the clean version either. Just because a song has a clean version without cursing, that doesn't mean that it doesn't have a message. The reason why I don't want you to listen to these songs is because a lot of these songs, like when you get to the songs with a bunch of profanity and a bunch of cursing, it's not just the profanity and the cursing. It's the things that come along with that. It's the things that they're telling you to do, the things that they're wanting you to act like. They're wanting our children to be like. They're wanting our adults to be like. These things, this is the challenge, so we can figure out who we really are. You got to understand, the more you consume these things, it's somebody who is trying to control your mind. It's somebody who is trying to control the person that you are, trying to create the mass of personalities because it's money in that. It's money in having people go the same route, do the same thing, wear the same thing. It's not a whole bunch of money for large corporations and marketing corporations for somebody to be individual. So for people to be individual, be who they are and be what they like, and know that I don't like that and this is not something that I should be doing. You can listen to the positive music. You can listen to music that doesn't have all that cursing, doesn't have all that profanity, one that has a positive message. And we still have music. Like, you might have to listen to some old school songs. Like I said, even newer songs I listen to are the island music. It has positive messages. Starting off, this is only 30 days. Just give it your best shot for the 30 days. I want you to go further than that. But You're going to look back and actually realize a lot of the things that you have been being programmed to do, being programmed to think. So that was the second step, y'all. The third step, and this is the last step, and like I told you, it's the most important step. Spend time alone. Number 3 is spend time alone. It doesn't have to be all day. I just need you to work on being comfortable, not always being part of a group, not always being in company of somebody else every single moment of your life. This was something that changed the game for me, because when you get together with a group of people, when you're always around a group of people, you don't have that time to think for yourself, to think like yourself, who you really are. Even if you do all these other steps that I'm telling you, if you do these 2 other steps, if you have other people around you that's still watching those TV shows or still consuming that social media, and you have people that around you that's still consuming that negative, destructive music, it's gonna be counterproductive to everything that you're trying to do. So you need to do this, and listen to me. This does a few things. One, it allows you to begin to separate your identity from the masses of people. This strategy is not intended as isolation. It's intended as unsocialization. Why unsocialization? Well, let me break down to you. I just looked up the definition of what they said the definition of socialization is. The definition that they have for socialization is the process of learning to behave in a way that is acceptable to society. Well, for people like me who live in America, acceptable to society is more like what society has conditioned you to be. Acceptable is no longer about having good morals, about being kind to one another, about being fair to one another. It's about what is going to help the status quo, what is going to help the system run. So that's the reason why I'm telling you. The reason for spending time alone is not isolation, but it's for unsocialization, because it's going to be groups of people around you, and it may have been a group of people who have been around you that are doing just as that definition says. The process of learning to behave in a way that is acceptable to society. And that is done the easiest in groups of people who are doing the same thing. And it makes you feel awkward in a way when you're trying to do your own thing, when you're trying to learn who you really are, when you're trying to do something that may be different than a lot of people are doing. It's more challenging to do when you're constantly around the people, because they'll make you feel bad about it. They'll make you feel like, oh, what are you doing? Like, why you did this? You used to do that. Now you're going to get that anyways, let me tell you. But you're going to need this time. And like I said, it doesn't have to be all day that you by yourself, but you're going to have to get comfortable with spending time alone. That's going to be the time where you're really able to think for yourself. Those are my 3 simple steps. So listen, I want you to do this 30 days, and I'm going to check back. I'm going to be here to check back in. Let me know in the comments. What do you feel like is the biggest obstacle that you have had to overcome, or that you feel like you have to overcome when it comes to truly being yourself and truly being the person that you want to be? I want to hear from you, because this is a community. This is the reason why I created this channel, so we can all come together, because guess what? If you feel like don't nobody understand you, I understand you, because I felt like that before. And we got to get around people and in communities that embrace all things good, and that's the only thing that we trying to be is good. So that's it for today, y'all. I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.